Hello friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my December empties. I've got my handy dandy empties bag and the bottom's kind of falling out of it a little bit, so I might need to change / rearrange that. If you're new here, I typically do an empties video every 1 to 2 months, just depending on how many products I have to go through. I want to stay on top of them, but I also don't want to film a whole video if I only have like 5 empties. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I cover all things beauty. I focus on project panning and using what I have, but I also do reviews, tutorials, first impressions, unboxings. Like, there's a lot here, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Really helps my channel out. And yeah, let's go ahead and go through my trash. In my empties videos, I like to include a lot of different items since my channel is primarily makeup focused. I also include skincare empties, like some general beauty empties in these, so you get to see a little bit more of what I'm loving and what I'm not loving. So to start with, what I didn't love is the Rare Beauty setting mist. In some of these, if you're here, you all have seen them in project painting videos, but not everyone watches those, so we chat about them here too. But this is a Rare Beauty setting mist. I thought that this smelled atrocious. I did not enjoy the scent at all. I don't really use setting mist on my face. I typically will use them to wet my brush or my spoolie, things like that. I will hang on to this component though because it's small, it's refillable, so I will probably empty some other products in there. It'll be travel friendly, but in terms of recommending the actual product, no. Next up, we have the Elemis Superfood Midnight Facial. This was like a night cream. Oh, it was so good. I literally loved it. If you don't enjoy fragrance in your products, which I prefer my products to be unscented because one, a lot of people have reaction or sensitivities to fragranced items, but two, everyone's preferences are so different, and I just feel like, me personally, I would like more skincare if half of them weren't offensive to my nose. So, but luckily this one, we didn't have that issue. One, I just think the packaging is so beautiful, fun, summery. Two, it does have kind of like a floral scent, but it's like sweet. It's hard to describe. It smells like summer. I don't know. I got this, they sent this to me at the end of the summer. Loved it. Just so you know, also, I should have said this, some of these items I got in PR, some of them I didn't. Personally, that does not change my opinion. If I hate it, I hate it. If I like it, I like it, whether I bought it or I got it sent. So that's just transparency. That's how I am over here. But I really love this. It did a great job of moisturizing my skin, especially since we're moving into winter. I was especially impressed with it. So I will have the items that I love and recommend. Those will be linked below in case you want to shop them or check them out or read more about them. But yeah, love this one from Elemis. The next product is the Good Molecules Hyaluronic Acid Boosting Essence. This is actually kind of bittersweet that it's gone because my brother and his boyfriend were so sweet. They sent me this off my wish list when I hit 10K over on Instagram over the summer, and I don't know, it was just so nice. It was so special. I still have the box it came in because they decorated it, and yeah, it was so special. So I'm like, why do I want to keep this empty bottle? Like, why? But I have the box, so I don't need the bottle. But the product, Good Molecules in itself is like literally one of my favorite skincare brands. Super affordable, available at Ulta. I did enjoy this essence. I did feel like it made my skin plumper, more hydrated. It definitely brought the hydration to the skin. And if you're looking for a boost or a, hyaluronic acid essence, highly recommend this one. It's affordable, it's good, it comes in this beautiful glass packaging, and I felt like it actually made a difference on my skin. So really, really loved that one. Next up, we have the Bobbi Brown Shadow Stick in the shade Vanilla. No. One, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this shade? Like, what kind of purpose does this serve? So I used it just as a base to set my lid, and while it did an okay job at that, I would not repurchase it to do that because it's not as good as an actual eyeshadow primer. So honestly, I'm so glad this is gone. Next up, we have the Sophia and Mabel Fruit Lip Oil. does okay. I got this in a subscription box, and I have another one from a subscription box that I'm currently working through. It's hard to get all of the product out, 1. 2, I think it's mediocre at best for a lip oil. It only took me about 5 to 6 weeks to finish, and it's like $20+ I think, tiny. So I would not recommend this one. There are way better ones out there. The Milani lip oil is the one that I'm obsessed with. But yeah, this was just so blah. I would not recommend it. Next up is the Purely's Pineapple Bright Cleansing Gel. I was hoping that I would like this, but again, it has a very strong fragrance, a very strong pineapple fragrance, which in general smells nice, but it did irritate my skin. I took this on vacation with me because I was like, oh yeah, nice travel size, like, you know, and with continued use, it irritated my skin like bad. It caused redness, some breakouts, it just overall sensitivity. So I could use this, but only like 1 time a week. So I definitely would not repurchase it for that, and I would not recommend it either. Next up is the Becca lipstick in the shade Dune. Obviously, Becca is no longer a brand, so I can't recommend it even if I wanted to, but I did really enjoy this lipstick formula, and I wish it would have been one of the things that Becca or Smashbox decided to pick up. So really enjoyed this. It just, you know, you can't get it anymore, so it's not like you can get another one. I also just realized my lighting setting is not on what it usually is. So. Anyways, next up we have a lip scrub. This is from Bite Beauty, so also cannot get it. I'm working through some items in my collection that have been discontinued, so I'm not really going to be talking about them. But this was the Agave lip scrub. This was nice. I did enjoy it. I thought it did a really nice job. In fact, I had bought a backup of it, which I'm currently using. This is just such a nice component. I will keep the component in case I need to depot something into it. I do like to keep a handful of those kind of items on hand. Next up is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. So I really liked, I didn't really use the pen. It's a dual-ended. I didn't really like this end because I just don't use those kind of products, but the pencil end itself, so good. It's in the shade Brunette is the one that I have. And I went through it so fast, you guys, and it's $26. So I quite literally cannot justify repurchasing it. Maybe at some point as a treat, but $26, and I only use half of the product, and it goes so quickly. So I just can't justify picking up another one. But if you're someone that uses a felt tip a lot and then just uses a little bit of a pencil, I think you might really love this. Next up, I have 3 liners. It was a really great month for liners. I was able to finally finish up the KVD tattoo liner in the shade Brown. It was literally black. So that was disappointing. This took me all year to finish. I went through a pretty long phase where I didn't wear a lot of eyeliners, so it took me longer. This was nice. I enjoyed them, but I still think I prefer my Tarte liners over the KVD ones. I was also able to finish the black one, which was exciting as well. And then I finished up the CoverGirl Ink It liner. This is a gel liner. Been using this for over a decade. Always have one on hand. So good. Wears great in the waterline and in the upper lash line. One of my all-time favorites. I highly, highly, highly recommend that product. Next, I have something a little different. It is a rosé sheet mask. It has strawberry extract, resveratrol, and hyaluronic acid. And I got this, I believe it was in December's Boxy, or maybe it was Ipsy, I can't remember. But I was like, well, I'll try one and get back to you guys, because I don't often do sheet masks, because more than once I've had, my face has had a reaction to them. So honestly, it just scares me. So, but I took one for the team and I tried it. And this was actually really nice. I enjoyed it. I put them in the fridge like it suggested, and it was really cooling. It had a lot of product on it, and I did feel like it hydrated my face, probably the hyaluronic acid in there, but I felt like it made a difference on my face and I enjoyed it. So I will keep the other two. My thought is maybe like I'll have my mom over or something and we'll do a mask. But yeah, I enjoyed it. They were nice. I don't know. Oh, these were from Patchology. Sorry, I don't think that I mentioned that in the beginning, but yeah, overall I really did enjoy it. The next empty is from Fenty Beauty. It is the Hydrating Foundation. This is no longer. I do have two backups though, because I discovered it, I think, when did I discover it? Last winter, I believe. Loved it. So I picked up a couple replacements. Really good. It just looks beautiful on my skin. Something about it ties in great. Really one of the best shade matches I've ever had in my whole life. It is beautiful. Really, I don't know. I was happy to finish this one. And I think I would be sadder if I didn't have two replacements, but I do. But yeah, sometimes if you are, if you have a deeper skin tone, sometimes you can still find it on Boxy, like Drop Shop, for super cheap. But all the light shades are gone, so freaking sucks. Next up, I had this Tea Tree Nose Strip from Olivia Grace. I don't do nose strips very often, but here and there I will dabble in one. I got some for Christmas, so I used it. It was nice. I have two more. I don't think I'll go out of my way to like buy them again, but I enjoyed it. The next product is, this is from, I don't know the brand. I don't remember. Oh, well, it says it has woke on it, like in cursive. So maybe that is what it's called. But we got these in, I believe it was an Ipsy box in the fall. And it came with a, yeah, because I think it was in the collab with Alicia Keys. It came with like a silk sleep mask, which I love. I use it all the time. But then it also came with 3 of these, which are steam sessions to reduce darkness, puffy eyes, and all of that. And what they are is you can put them in the mask and they're heated. And oh my goodness, it feels so good, so relaxing. They also came with reusable cooling ones. And hands down, one of the best things I've ever received from Ipsy to this day. So I don't know if I can find it. I'll try to link the information below in case you're curious, but love it. Next up, I wanted to talk about a sample that I had. It was the translucent setting powder from Laura Mercier. This was actually a pretty solid sample, and I was curious about it because I don't really wear a lot of powders. Like I literally have one loose powder in my collection, and then I have one pressed powder, but this was actually really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know, I might like it better than the Makeup Forever one. I wish I would have a little more product to decide, but it's definitely something I would consider. Like if they had a mini or a trial size, I would pick that up. So if you've been curious, I do think that it is good. Steph actually recently just got this in her Sephora order. They were doing an offer with a trial size or a mini of it. And I was like, ooh, you're going to enjoy that. I think that it is really, really nice, which it's really like, I don't think that's the first product I've tried from Laura Mercier. I haven't tried a lot from the brand, but this is one that kind of stood out to me. Next up is the Glow Recipe Bright Eye Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream. And this was an under eye product. And I wanted to mention this because I'm decluttering it. The problem is I did an initial review after I'd been using it for like 2 weeks, and I loved it. It's beautiful on the under eyes. It does such a great job of smoothing and hydration. And I was like, I love, I love the pump feature so that you're not having to like scoop into a component. But the thing is, like, I blew through this, you guys. And at first I was like, maybe it just, you know, seems like that. because I was like, why can I not get any product out of this? You know, like, what's going on? And I thought it was because of the pump, and like you can see there's still a little product on there. But no, when you get in there and you look, like, it's gone. And you can't scrape the sides because it's so like small and tiny, so you can't scrape the sides to get anything else out. And it only lasted, I'm telling you, you guys, I did not use this more than 2 months. And I just think for the price, no. I buy the one that I really like is the Kiehl's Under Eye, and that one is expensive. I think it's like $50 or $60, but that motherfucker lasts me all year. So I think this is nice, and I think if you're okay with spending that amount of money on an eye cream that's going to last you, you know, approximately 2 months, then go for it. I just don't think that it's something that I would be willing to do personally. And then the last product is the Forever Mood Soft Life Candle. I wanted to talk about this because it is one of my favorites. I've tried a lot of the Forever Mood candles, and unfortunately, they're just not consistent. So when I have one that is really nice, I want to talk about it. And when I have one that is really poor, I also want to talk about it in case you're interested. It might help you navigate it. My top two are Soft Life and Caked Up. Those have the best, most even burn. I haven't experienced tunneling with either of those. And they have the best scent throw. And I think for a $40 candle, you should be getting a good scent throw. I love the way this one burned, like pretty much almost all the way down. This was one of her fall scent releases. So I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be available, you guys, but I would run. This is the most beautiful, yummy, warm fall scent, and I just love burning it all over my house. I literally, when she had her Black Friday sale, I bought 4 more of these. They are so delicious, and that's the thing. She has like, she has 2 permanent lines, and then everything else comes and goes. So if you find one you really love, like, you have to stock up or you're not gonna be able to get it again. So yeah, I currently have another one of these burning in my living room, and then I have 4 backups ready to go. But man, I wish this would be a part of her permanent line because it just, fall in a jar. But yeah, you guys, those were all my December empties. I think that I personally had a pretty good month when it came to December empties, and I'm hoping to keep up the momentum through the beginning of the new year. And yeah, that's all. I hope that you guys have a fabulous day wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!